Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I want to go back to a little bit of the questioning of Matt. Like when you talk about that this action was not justified because you took these actions because of the nerve agent that you said Russia used. I mean, essentially, you're asking Russia to just admit that they did it and take their punishment.
Wouldn't
right?
that be the adult thing to do? Wouldn't
Well,
that be the right thing to do by the world? You break the Chemical Weapons Convention. And that is in place for a reason. That is in place so that countries can be responsible parties and so that they can work together and we can all work together in some sort of peaceful understanding of the kinds of weapons that won't be used against civilians.
I'm not saying
Russia broke with that. Russia broke with that, and so a lot of countries made the decision that they needed to be held responsible and that their spies needed to be held responsible and kicked out.
I'm not saying whether they did or they didn't. I know that there's evidence suggesting that they did, but they're saying that they didn't. So essentially, you're just asking for that. I mean, by saying that, like, this is your punishment and you should take it and not retaliate, you are, in fact, asking them to, admit to something that they say that they did.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with admitting wrongdoing. And we've seen Russia again and again misinform, use disinformation, claiming that little green men went into Ukraine, denying responsibility for the downing of MH17. We don't talk about that much anymore. And I'm referring to the plane that was shot down, killing many innocent civilians over Ukraine. Russia is known for its disinformation campaigns, and I think this is just another one.
I just like one more on the further measures. Do you anticipate, when you say you're not going to rule out, anything, are you talking about, seizing Russian assets, or are you talking about specifically on the expulsions? Because if past practice is that in terms of expulsions, you expel a certain amount, you expect them to expel, with reciprocity, and then other measures or something.
I can just tell
separate.
you that we reserve the right to respond further. We're reviewing our options.
Including more expulsions.
I'm not going to get into specifics about that. This is something that the president, our deputy secretary, General Mattis, others, the entire interagency process can have a conversation about what to do next. And I'm not going to get ahead of any of those conversations that might happen. Hey, Rich.